Today on the list, extreme garnishes that elevate your cocktails. Sylvester Stallone on the role that brought him back to television. And how one comic is turning sadness into laughter.
It's important to laugh, and I love to be out there to make people do it.
Plus, let AI create a new version of you.
Oh my gosh, I think I prefer real me to AI me.
But up first, the growing trend of living funerals. It's your life, it's your list, and it starts right now.
Hey guys, I'm Christina Guerrero.
And I'm Jimmy Rhodes. And a funeral is all about looking back on someone's life and celebrating the impact and the joy they brought their friends, their loved ones, even the world.
Yeah, that's right. It's one of the most emotionally stirring traditions we have. A deeply touching event made sad only by the fact that the person being honored isn't there to enjoy it.
And KG, that's exactly why a new trend is being embraced by a lot of people in their prime. The strange new world of living funerals is our featured story at the top of the list.
This funeral is different than the ones you've been to. Sure, there's beautiful music. There's also a photo booth and gift bags for the guests. And over there, that's a margarita machine.
Wow, what a great day, huh? Yes, yes.
And at the front of the room, well, that's the person this living funeral is for. And as you can see, she's alive and well.
It really shows how much the people love you, and you get to see it and experience it, so that's always good.
We turn to Shane Mullen, the funeral director at Mountain View Funeral Home in Mesa, Arizona, to learn more about this up-and-coming trend. First, what is a living funeral?
A living funeral is a gathering of your close friends and family. They play videos, have bands, dancers, whatever you can think of.
This sounds like a party.
Yeah.
A woman threw this living funeral as a surprise for her husband's 50th birthday.
So the eulogies are a little different because the person's sitting right there.
Yeah.
How do they change?
They're a little more humorous, a little more hostile maybe.
A little bit of ribbing?
Yeah,
going
there's
on?
definitely.
But when it comes to who's most likely to have a living funeral, Mullen says it skews younger.
I think it's more younger people that want to hear about themselves, social media, things like that. They're very proud of themselves.
He also says younger generations have a less traditional, less formal view of funerals, and they're more open to new ideas.
New things, cutting edge. People want to have a celebration all the time.
This celebration's for 23-year-old Bryn Parker, a surprise from her mother.
Did it feel kind of morbid and sad, or was it like a celebration?
The first few minutes I was like, wow, this is really weird. But then once it went on, I got used to it, I guess, and I was actually listening to what they said, and I was like, this is pretty cool.
Family and friends sent videos expressing their love for Bryn.
2, 3. Oh my God!
And there was a dove release. Finally, what are the benefits of living funerals?
What do you think the people being celebrated get out of a living funeral?
I'm sure they get a feeling of a lot of value of themselves. The people took the time and the energy and the financing and stuff like that to put on such a sometimes complex celebration.
And he says a living funeral's the perfect opportunity to tell loved ones how much they mean to you while they're still here and alive. I'm thinking about throwing my own living funeral, so I gave it a go.
Dearly beloved, we're gathered here today to celebrate the life of me. You know, they say you can measure the success of a life by the number of friends that show up at the funeral. So, yeah, thanks.
Celebrating those we love with a living funeral is at the top of the list.
Artificial intelligence is finding its way into every aspect of our lives nowadays, from AI art to directions to Siri on your smartphone. But that's just the beginning of the ways it can help you. Let's check out some of the latest AI apps.
The 9000 series has a perfect operational record.
Once we started seeing artificial intelligence storylines in movies like 2001: A Space Odyssey, the futuristic topic of AI arrives.
I don't think there is any question about it.
If you own a smartphone, well, you have your own version of HAL 9000 in your pocket with Siri, Hey Google, and Alexa.
AI is built into every single one of your smart devices. The future is here now.
Tech expert Abby Ritchie curated a selection of fun, useful, and whimsical AI apps. We'll start with Lensa, a photo editing app that's blowing up the internet.
It allows you to use photo images and make them as creative and as artistic as you want them to be.
These images are based on selfies you upload. Lenza calls them avatars, and it's simple to create one.
You upload 20 images of yourself or of your dog or of your cat. Lenza generates various AI profiles for you in different periods and different times.
You can also go cosmic style and even fantasy. The results can be wild.
Oh my gosh, I think I prefer real me to AI me.
You'll get all kinds of results. I personally like the fairy princess ones.
Oh, that one is okay, yeah. It looks like this could be my daughter.
The app costs $36 a year, and avatar packs start at $4 for $50. Next up is Socratic, a learning app for high school and college students.
It's like having a tutor at your fingertips.
It specializes in science and math.
You're going to take a picture of your math problem, and then Socratic is going to give you a visual explanation of the concepts and how to work through it on your own.
It reads from a textbook, blackboard, or even handwriting, and it's free in your app store. Wrapping up our list is Seeing AI, an app from Microsoft that brings the world in view to the visually impaired.
Seeing AI.
Seeing is actually really cool. It's quite descriptive, really.
Processing. A store filled with lots of different types of fruit.
But I think that's pretty amazing.
I love it when we're able to harness the power of AI and help other people significantly.
It works by simply pointing the camera. Voice prompts guide the user.
Share. Button. Channel.
It can read short descriptions from anything. It can read out loud instantly. It can let you know the value of currency and even read a handwritten note.
Processing. Accessibility is awesome.
It's free on the App Store. The power of AI in our pockets with AI apps.
If you've watched the show Impractical Jokers, you know it's all about keeping the laughs going. But cast member Joe Gatto recently departed the show, and that's just the beginning of the life-changing challenges he's faced this past year. So how's he managed to keep a smile on his face? Teresa Strasser's bringing us life lessons with Joe Gatto.
Look at him, he's magnificent. Joey, give me an eagle. I want to see an eagle. There's my eagle.
Stepping away from a successful TV career and ending almost 20 years of marriage might break anyone's spirit.
I've been through a lot, ups and downs, and life does throw a lot at you.
We sat down with former Impractical Joker and comedian Joe Gatto, who says it's been one rough year, but he's been building himself up by sharing his life lessons with fans. First up, he says that kindness is key.
Yeah, come on. All right, Jacob's by himself. You just go right here. And now give me a minute.
I think that you never know what people are going through. A little bit of kindness goes a far way, and you can totally change a person's trajectory with a small act of kindness.
And it even spills into his everyday mantra with his own family.
I say to my kids when we drop them off at school, we say, be brave, be kind, be a Gatto. The kindness, it's something that you really want people to know you for.
Next, he says encourage folks to stay strong. It's something he learned growing up in Staten Island.
What's the other option? Be miserable and not be able to get out of bed and not stay strong and fight through it? Like, you have to. You have to do that, and you have to find that strength in yourself.
Thank you for saying hello. That was great. Bye.
Because he says that strength has to come from within.
Nobody's coming to help you achieve your goals. It's all on you.
And even though Joe knew he had to make it on his own, his father was there to help along the way, and his advice sticks with Joe to this day.
Winners surround themselves with winners. And he just told me, you don't have any winners to surround yourself with right now. Don't worry, that'll change. And soon after that, I actually met the boys.
Meaning, surround yourself with like-minded people who share the same path.
Really does affect the person that you are. So I think it's nice to try to find like-minded people that bring you up.
Through kindness, strength, and the connections he's made with fans, Joe's able to hit the stand-up stage again.
I think it's important to laugh, and I love to be out there to make people do it.
All the while, carrying those tried and true life lessons along with him.
I've been there. It does get better. You got to hang through it.
For more information on the tour, go to joegattoofficial.com.
Still to come on the list.
You can have a texture play with some sort of fun rim, whether it's like a sesame seed, a salt.
Add a fancy garnish to your next cocktail.
Wow. There's so many things happening.
Plus,
I assume you don't have Chianti.
You assume correctly.
Sylvester Stallone is killing it in the role he's been waiting to play.
You say gangster, I've been wanting to do this my whole life.
All that and more ahead on the list.
Welcome back, and whether it's for a dinner party or just a weeknight meal, we all try to find ways to put a little extra flavor in our food to keep it exciting and fun.
I know I do. So today we are going to make your cocktails, mocktails, nightcaps, etc. just a little more memorable.
Jackie Denker's raising the bar on your bar and upping our garnish game.
Move over salt and lime because the real garnishes are here.
You can either have like an herbaceous note hitting you in the face, you know, smelling it. You can have a texture play with some sort of fun rim, whether it's like a sesame seed, a salt, a tahini, or you can just have something like an edible flower that looks beautiful.
To up your garnish game, we mixed up some cocktails with Thomas Burris, corporate mixologist of Tequila Corrido. Starting with the Tequila Mockingbird.
And it's gonna have the ultra premium tequila Corrido, which is a certified additive-free tequila. We're gonna have fresh lemon juice, grapefruit juice, and then a lemon simple syrup that's been infused with rosemary.
But the real star of the show, the garnish.
So we have a little fun sword that is gonna be holding together the herb rosemary, and it's gonna be wrapped in a grapefruit peel.
To that explosion of flavor, add beauty with edible marigolds.
And then how do you place a garnish properly?
For garnishes, you really kind of want the herbs to be sticking up. So you'll use that there, right?
It's like a pineapple of
Yes.
sorts. Here we go. Oh my gosh. Wow. It's like floral and herbaceous and so many good things.
Next up, an upgrade to an old-fashioned, Old Smoky.
We have a maple and an orange bitters, and then a Demerara sugar cube, Angel's Envy rye, Whistle Pig maple syrup. We're gonna express a lemon over the top, so it's gonna give it a little more of a citrus component, although it's not gonna be in the actual cocktail.
Expressing means squeezing the oils from the peel. And for our garnish,
we are playing with fire on this next one.
This is all about smoking your glass.
You want to make sure that the flame stays lit, and then you're just going to be really torching this wood. Now what this is going to do is it's going to kind of caramelize the top and create a smoke, and then we're going to rest our glass over there.
But don't let the smoke sit for too long or it'll get stale.
So after a while, you will let it just go.
Wow, it's like a magic trick.
Totally. And then we have a fun orange shaped like a mustache to kind of bring the cocktail a little more gentlemanly.
For an extra hint of flavor and aroma, light up a cinnamon stick.
Wow, there's so many things happening.
And lastly, the basil smash. With fresh basil, lemon, grapefruit, and vodka, this is the perfect cocktail to wake your senses before dinner. The garnish, edible flowers.
So we have kind of variations of what you can do for this garnish. I like to use fresh basil. You could always use an edible orchid or, you know, a D'Angelo here. The orchid gives it that pop of color. And then you have your Game of Thrones chalice, which is just fun and kind of gives the character to the drink.
Wow, that is a pick-me-up.
That is, absolutely.
That's like dangerous.
We're making your drinks look good by upping your garnish game.
Guys, it is a brand new year, which means lots of new opportunities to do good for others. Take these stories, for example. They are proof that kindness always wins. First, we highlight the TikTok community that came to the rescue of a struggling taco shop in Illinois.
We're all amazed by the power of TikTok and couldn't be happier.
So last month, Isabel Milan uploaded a clip that showed her mom, who's the owner of Taco Bout Joys, sitting in an empty restaurant. A heartfelt post that reached tens of millions of viewers who all rallied to help change that.
It's been incredible. We're all super tired, but it's been very worth it.
And since then, the restaurant has grown its staff, has gained over 200,000 followers, and has even been voted one of Chicago's best Mexican restaurants. I mean, the world bonding over good tacos, I love to see that. Up next is a California-based nonprofit on a mission to use the power of books to strengthen family bonds.
It is fundamental to a child's success. They learn self-esteem, they learn that they're valued, they learn imagination because they're hearing stories.
Betty Mullenbrock is the founder and president of Reading Legacies, which provides opportunities where families can come together for some reading time, including live events for those with military members who are deployed.
This is not about how you read. Kids don't care how you read. Kids want your attention.
And you can learn more at readinglegacies.org. Very cool. And finally, an 85-year-old who's not only become a TikTok star, but is getting pampered by her fans in a very special way.
One of your friends sent you, look at this beautiful pink blanket.
Look at this.
Look at that.
Oh my God. It's real soft.
You'll have to help me. Are you trying to get him under the blanket with you?
I don't think he's ready.
Joshua Pettit shares videos of his mom Betty on his personal account. She has Alzheimer's, and it was this clip that made her a viral sensation, where we see her spotting her own reflection in a mirror.
She's looking at you.
I know. I can't remember her name.
Well, since then, she's received gifts and sweet messages from around the world.
Look at that.
Isn't that cute?
Yes.
Wow.
I love this doll.
Love it.
So incredible. And those are 3 stories that show kindness wins. Lots more coming up. Stay with us.
We have a quick list of tips for cleaning out your computer with the founder of Marcus Networking, Eric Marcus. First, trash your deleted items folder.
Every email that you delete goes to your deleted items folder. Click on deleted item and you can go down to empty folder.
Second, purge your unused downloads.
Just click on the one that you want to delete and go down to delete. This now takes you to your recycle bin. If I empty the recycle bin, it's going to remove everything.
And third, delete programs you no longer use.
Just click on what you want to uninstall and then click the uninstall button.
For more list tips, head to our YouTube channel, The List Show TV.
We are back, and on today's watch list, Tulsa King, a new hit show from the creators of Yellowstone and The Sopranos, starring Sylvester Stallone. The season finale is this weekend, and it's already been renewed for a second season. So Stallone and crew are here to tell us all about it.
I want you to go to Tulsa.
You serious?
The new show Tulsa King stars Sylvester Stallone as a mobster setting up shop in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
I'm gonna own this city.
The cast and crew told us why it's a must-watch.
It's a different spin, different interpretation of a subject we've seen before.
The gangster being sent from New York to Middle America to establish the mob's influence in that area. What an absurd comedy of errors that would be.
What crew runs this neighborhood?
No crew up in here in the middle of nowhere.
New York mobster comes to, innocent Tulsa, Oklahoma. I think that's where a lot of the humor comes from.
It's exciting, it's new, and it's fresh.
It hits the entire spectrum of entertainment.
Mob drama, but it's also fish out of water.
Hilarity will ensue.
I'll protect you from the gangs.
What gangs?
I'm trying to actually bring this character as close as I can to my sense of humor. He's kind of like off kilter. He's like your weird uncle. So that to me provides a portal to comedy, no question.
Any flammable liquids or firearms?
In the box? Nah.
Responsible for this unique story, a couple of Hollywood heavyweights.
Man, you got the creator of Yellowstone, the creator of Sopranos, Boardwalk Empire, them by the names of Taylor Sheridan, Terrence Winter.
I assume you don't have Keon Dick.
You assume correctly.
I actually wanted to work with Sylvester Stallone for a while.
I get a phone call like, hey, remember me? Slightly, yeah, how you doing? You want to play a gangster? I said, go no further. Well, you want to hear the rest of the story? I don't even care. You say gangster, I've been wanting to do this my whole life. Wake me up later on tonight. Bang, seriously. That's how it started. If you work for me, we'll be making money hand over fist.
On screen, Sylvester Stallone brings the show to life.
His voice and his mannerisms are so ingrained. He's so iconic.
The great thing about Sly is he wears a lot of different hats. He's an actor, obviously. He's also a writer, a director. He's really been an incredible collaborator.
The man's work ethic is tremendous.
I had to learn about 410 pages of dialogue because I'm almost at every scene.
He just takes it up one more notch that you didn't think was possible.
And that's why he is who he is and he's at where he's at.
You're overplaying your hand.
When I play my hand, you won't see it coming.
We're putting Tulsa King on your watch list. We'll be right back.
welcome back. It's time for what's last on our list. Now, it is a phenomenon that we've seen explode more recently, but that's only because it got a fun little name. The term hangry, right? That feeling you get when your belly is empty and you get irritable. From the Washington Post, when hungry and angry collide, the hanger is real.
Yeah, now the term hangry was actually added to the Oxford English Dictionary in 2018, but this crabbiness goes back a long time, and it makes sense because the food you eat or don't eat has an effect on your mood. Research from the past decade increasingly shows that food can change emotional states, influence behavior, and even decision making.
Yes. Like that delicious chocolate cake makes me happy. But getting that second piece, well, that's just poor decision making. Now, I personally don't get hangry, hungry for sure, but not often do I get cranky as a result. My kids, on the other hand, oh boy, if they miss their lunch by 20 minutes, angry little dudes. Throw a few quesadillas at them though, they're fine.
Okay, well, it's not parenting, it's all about evolution. According to the article, way back in the day when humans had to forage for food, this negative feeling was a way to remind them to go gather up some grub.
Geez, a long time ago, my kids still forage for food, just in the snack cupboards and not out in the wilderness, but definitely with the same desperation, I am sure. Jimmy, how about you? Do you get hangry?
Not about food, but boy, take away my coffee, look out.
Don't mess with him, that's for sure. And that's what's last on our list, friends. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Tomorrow on the list, set yourself up for success.
It's not just the action, it is the thoughts that drive the action.
In your mind,
they can help you see possibilities in your life where you may not have seen them before.
Body,
bring it down to the ground, jump it back, bring it down into 2 push-ups.
And wallet.
Remember 2 oil changes ago you told me about my brakes? Well, I'm ready. I saved some money. Let's do it.
Set yourself up for success tomorrow on the list.